The 1994 Jeep Eagle Junior Ski Games. February 1994. Throughout much of the sporting world, this month will be remembered for the Lillehammer Olympics. But for 500 young Canadian athletes, February 1994 will be remembered for the Jeep Eagle Junior Ski Games. The athletes of the Junior Ski Games may not be as fast, high, or strong as the athletes of the Lillehammer Games, but they could be someday. They are the Olympians of the future, and every bit as determined as any Olympic medal winner to be the best they can be. The athletes of the Jeep Eagle Junior Ski Games are in Calgary for a week of events in alpine, cross-country, freestyle, Nordic combined, and ski jumping. They are the country's most promising skiers. Ranging in age from 12 to 19, whatever they lack in experience, they make up for in determination and enthusiasm. The Jeep Eagle Junior Ski Games are a stepping stone for these kids. Next year, many of them could find themselves on a national team or on the World Cup circuit.
It's my favorite song.
For others, this could be the greatest sports events of their lives. Join us as we follow 5 athletes in 5 sports during 5 days of the 1994 Jeep Eagle Junior Ski Games. James Beach, ski jumping. Chris Koropeski, Nordic combined. Marie-Caroline Baudouin, freestyle. Lana Mullen, alpine. And Becky Scott, cross-country skiing. For Becky Scott, the eve of the Jeep Eagle Junior Ski Games started with a new event, a cross-country sprint.
You ready?
These Dash for Cash races were supposed to be one of the more entertaining activities during a week of hard skiing, but it is numbingly cold when the races begin at Calgary's Canada Olympic Park.
Thank you.
Keeping warm becomes more important than even the prize money.
It's cold.
We're ball players and we're okay. We're not fat and lazy like the bonus say.
In spring we train real hard.
Yeah. So we look good on our baseball cards. They're ball players, or so they say. They'd rather be doing ads for Ben Gay.
If they ain't in shape, they don't care. Just ink the deal to hawk underwear.
We're ball players and we're okay. Get in shape by opening day. Thanks to these, we'll be ready to play. Oh, we'll ship your butts to AA. Yeah.
The cold Alberta winter follows Becky Scott the next day to Canmore. Today is the first of 4 race days for the 19-year-old from Vermilion, Alberta. Or is it? Again, it is bitterly cold, but no one's ready to call off the race yet. Race officials struggle with frozen equipment. The thermometer refuses to rise. Even after the sun peaks above the mountain, it cannot warm the air. The temperature drops instead of climbs. Race officials monitor the temperature constantly.
Yeah, it's a little cold this morning, especially with the wind. I don't know what it is right now, but it's going to have to warm up just a little bit more for this race to go. That's for sure. The wind chill is just a little too much.
The athletes try to warm up on the course while race officials try to thaw out the timing equipment and double-check everything in case the race is a go.
Okay, what you have to do is break one beam on the bottom. Okay.
While timing officials work on the technical end of things, elsewhere, the jury is meeting to ponder the prospects.
Try the bottom one again.
Technical delegate Janet Gate hesitates to give the go-ahead.
Do we have any temperature reports?
It's minus 21 in the stadium, minus 23 at the high point.
That's going to put us right smack on minus 20.
We're going to be marginal. That's what I'm considering wind.
Yeah.
Would you be ready to accept We've shortened every 2 lappers to 1 lap.
So they're just coming in for the finish, as
Yeah.
opposed to having to loop through the stadium.
I think if we're going to cancel, we should cancel. And we should make the decision now if we're going to shorten it.
Or we should be able to put them through at the warmest part of the day, relatively speaking.
We're meeting back at...
15 minutes, so it's 20 past 11?
These guys should talk to the coaches.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
We'll work with get the timers going and stuff. Okay.
Athletes continue to arrive, including the Alberta team and Becky Scott.
I started racing when I was about 10 years old. I stuck with it because I had lots of friends in the sport and I was enjoying the more social aspect. And then gradually I got into competition and I became addicted to it.
Would you be in agreement if we cancel then? I don't think we're going to get minus 20. We've got a canceled race today. Okay, so let's spread the word around to coaches, 12 o'clock.
Notice to all coaches and athletes, due to extreme weather conditions, the jury has decided that the race will be canceled.
Cancellation doesn't prevent Becky from training. She's making up for lost time after being sidelined with mononucleosis.
Living in Vermilion was great. There couldn't have been a better place to start cross-country skiing because the provincial park is right behind our house, so I just leave the backyard and go for a ski whenever I felt like it. So yeah, living in Vermilion was super. Having mononucleosis last year was both an advantage and a disadvantage. It was bad for me in that I'm still sort of reeling from the illness. I have to deal with a lot more sickness and I have to take care of myself a lot better. But it was good for me in that it made me sort of step back and realize why I was doing cross-country skiing. For the first time in my life, I had been not a competitor. I was a spectator, and it made me realize that I really want to be the competitor, and that cross-country skiing is what I want to do. And so I learned why I ski and what I want to do in cross-country skiing. I've been going to the GP Eagle Junior Nationals since I was about 12 years old now, and every year they're quite a special event because it's a coming together of all the provinces and a lot of my friends that I've made throughout the years. And in terms of competition, well, it's the best in Canada, and I think it's a really great event. Well, I intend to cross-country ski for quite a few more years, and I can see myself accomplishing a lot of my goals in those years. Like I'm a junior, but I think I'm already ranked among the seniors. My aspirations, I guess, for cross-country skiing are, well, to be the best in the world.
Becky Scott went on to win 3 gold medals in the Junior Ski Games.
Hey Chris, what number are you?
Chris Gorpeski, number 17.
Day 2. Chris Koropeski of Thunder Bay is one of only a few Nordic combined athletes in Canada. It is a sport that combines cross-country skiing and ski jumping. A huge sport in Scandinavian countries, it is almost unknown in this country. Still, Chris keeps at it. He likes the challenge of jumping as far as he can and then skiing as fast as he can. His parents, however, aren't quite as excited about the sports as he is. And to this day, Chris's dad won't watch him fly off a jump. Chris can't understand what all the fuss is about. Ski jumping has become almost second nature to him.
Well, the first time you're in the air on a big jump, it's pretty freaky, but once you're off of it maybe 10, 15 times, it's like nothing. Yeah.
How'd it go, Chris?
Thanks. This is great.
Today, Chris faces another challenge, the cold. The same cold that dogged cross-country skier Becky Scott is back, and it's nipping at Chris.
To the right, Kuba, you understand this? Does it turn off to the right? You go around the back, line up in your stall. So the only time you come here is the very first time, like right now. After that, you go into your stall, okay?
A biting wind whips across the slopes of Canada Olympic Park on the outskirts of Calgary.
trying to get warm stuff I can use to put on my hands. My 2 fingers are frozen.
Get ready to go.
Thanks.
The cold can be harrowing, and waiting for team members and fellow competitors demonstrates the camaraderie inherent in these winter sports.
I'm so happy for you. Nice skiing. I started Nordic Combined, well, I wanted to start it in 1988 when I saw the Olympics here, and well, I had been cross-countrying for about 5 years before that, and I just stayed in the sport because I like it. It's fun.
First place for the gold medal are Chris Gorveski and Robert LeBlanc.
In the end, the cold and the wait were worth it, and Chris wins his first gold medal in the team event.
A lot of athletic prowess out there and a lot of good conditioning. Fabulous effort, good speed, good energy all the way through the end. So you're working hard. Thanks a lot.
Here's a jean jacket, deep jean jacket.
Слова, понятные во всем мире. Джип Grand Cherokee.
كفاءة يعرفها العالم. جيب Grand Cherokee.
Worte, die man überall versteht. Jeep Grand Cherokee.
Jeep Grand Cherokee. It needs no translation.
Accessories enhance the style, comfort, and function of your Chrysler Canada vehicle. If they're not Mopar accessories, even if they're supposed to fit and look like they'll fit, the question is, will they really fit? Mopar accessories are engineered to fit your Chrysler Canada vehicle by the same people who designed it. No problem. Mopar accessories installed at your Jeep Eagle dealer, your first choice for a perfect fit.
If you've ever had acid indigestion, what I'm about to show you is surprising. Think of this rose as your stomach. Watch what happens when I dip it in concentrated acid. Serious stuff. Now, watch how Pepto-Bismol coats this rose and works to protect it. Don't suffer with indigestion. Get the effective coating action of Pepto-Bismol. Serious medicine for your stomach.
Day 3 of the Jeep Eagle Junior Ski Games. James Beach of Peace River rolls up in a van and hops out. With his torn shirt, long hair, and funky attitude, he looks like a typical teenager. But he's focused and pumped for his chosen sport, ski jumping. Inside, he joins the other competitors as they ready for the day's event. He methodically prepares his skis for the competition at Canada Olympic Park. This ritual is becoming habit. James has made the trip to Calgary several times this season so he can train at COP. It's a 9-hour drive from Peace River to Calgary, and every trip confirms his dedication to jumping. He likes to do other stuff like snowboarding and skateboarding, but more and more, ski jumping is becoming his thing. His friends call him Air James because he likes to fly so much.
He's pro, man.
For him, there's nothing like ski jumping, and today, he's totally into it.
The suit's a little large.
Although it's clear he's got some room to grow. He buckles up his boots and heads out to the hills. Before he jumps, he'll perform a time-honored tradition among ski jumpers. He'll walk up the hill for his first jump. Then he's ready to go.
Give it, Peach.
Stop!
People are lined up. That'd be too easy.
Take a truck, any truck. Bob!
You can do it!
Jump on his way.
I like ski jumping the best because just the feeling you get of flying gets my heart great.
I was like so nervous. I got into the gate, I was like, oh no, it's gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna be so freaked out when I get to take off. No problem. My parents really pushed me, and they've been really great about it, and they're trying to keep me in the sport as much as they can, and they drive me down whenever competitions and whenever they can. The drive down, it's not that bad, but just get used to it. It's worth it. What did I get? Ooh. My dreams about ski jumping I hope I stick with it and don't quit, because there's lots of pressures to quit jumping, like school and other sports, but I'm going to try and stay with it and hopefully get onto the national team and then maybe get to the Olympics, but that's kind of far off right now. I just gotta focus on what I'm doing right now. It's just great. You just come up and you have fun, and it's not too much pressure.
Day 4 of the Junior Games dawns as bright as the first 3. But today it's warmer, a perfect day for freestyle events at Fortress Mountain. Mogul skier Marie-Caroline Baudouin hopes it will be a perfect day for her.
Well, right now we're doing isometric stretching. It's muscle contraction without movement.
Slowly, with the help of her coach Yves Terrier, Marie-Caroline limbers up for the pounding her body will take during 2 runs down the mountain.
I just want to do a good run and be proud of myself.
My parents started me skiing at 1-year-old, 2-year-old. They started me on a little hill. Before I go and do my run, I really have to get in shape, do exercises, so I won't stretch anything. The only problem is the altitude and the air. It's difficult to breathe. I really have to catch my breath sometimes. My team, my coach, everything is wonderful. This is my first year doing competitions, so well, it's a pretty good year.
Once her body is ready for the competition, she prepares her mind.
Salut Marie-Caroline.
Hi.
Ça va?
Great, and you?
Good.
Before a competition, I have to relax and really practice on my breathing.
Plus tranquillement dans ton inspiration. Tu regardes toutes tes affaires, ce qu'il y a le plus loin. Pas trop vite, Marc-Antoine.
The best thing is to breathe slowly and to really get myself together.
Il y a une place, ça change. Entre les 2 montagnes, là-bas, ça change.
Yves uses the mountain setting to help his protege visualize a perfect race.
Après ça, ça revient plus proche, hein? Tu vois-tu, ça revient bien plus proche. La profondeur. Ok, relax. Là, ça va super.
You know, the other girls have more experience than me. They've been to these competitions, so you just have to practice and train yourself, and you can go do any competition.
Heads are ready. 3, 2, 1, go! Come here, go, go! Go, Marie, let's go! Push ahead! Go hard, Marie! Go, go, go! Go, 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 go! Come on, push! Go, 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 go! Yeah!
Tough luck, man.
Yeah.
All over Canada. What do you think happened?
I don't know. It's pretty difficult, but I'm having some fun, so it's okay.
Yeah!
Well, it's my first national, so next year I'll be better. freestyling is so different. It's so original. It's a different sport, and I like to do different things than the others. And just the technique. When you see a freestyler, you go, whoa, that's good. I love doing jumps and moguls. It's really fun. The Jeep Eagle National are very important because it's probably the most important competition this year for me. And it's a great experience for me. And I thank Jeep Eagle for making this possible.
Good job!
You're watching the Jeep Eagle Junior Ski Games on TSN.
Day 5 at the Jeep Eagle Junior Ski Games. Today's big event is the Alpine Super G, a race that combines the speed of the downhill with the demand of the slalom. The best skiers in Canada have gathered at Nakiska for this race. Unlike other events, Alpine races pit the junior racers against the senior racers. Banff skier Lena Mullen is ready for the challenge. In a few minutes, she will try and beat Karen Lee Gartner on the slopes. Until then, Karen will help Lena get ready. The skiers are a titan, almost a family. And for Lena, they are family. She is one of Banff's skiing dynasty. Her big brother Kerry has just returned from the Olympic Alpine events. Her cousin Chad is also on the national team, and her cousin Megan is following in their footsteps. Skiing is more than just a pastime for the Mullen family, and this is not just another race for Lena. She will be racing in front of her family and friends, people who know this hill and know how well she can do on it.
My parents have been excellent, always been very supportive, very encouraging, always been there for us. They've helped us out tons since we were just very little. And when they get into it, it makes you want to get into it that much more. Having so many in the family who have had great results definitely adds some pressure. I also draw on that. I think when there is more pressure, when there's more hype, I get more psyched, and I think I do well. I've always done well at bigger races. I just enjoy going fast and trying to clean as private ski as I can.
Racer 20 on course, start confirms, hold for slip.
It was really rough up top. I had some troubles up there, just stuck with it and really tried to have some pressure on my ski and make it go. My big thing for this season is trying to improve my technical skiing and doing so, hopefully qualifying for the national team. I was talking to my coach. He told me exactly what to do just to ski well, told me the trouble spots, which was an advantage. Also starting in the back, I knew where to watch out for. Off the jump where everybody was having trouble, I just let it go. And the bottom is just really basic. I just ran as straight as I could, stayed as low in my tuck as possible.
That's Lana. I didn't even notice.
17:43.
It's all right. They told me I'm third. So.
Excellent!
Oh, you got high. My mom's down here. I'll go talk to her. Oh.
You see Kerry?
Yeah, he's here. Talk to him.
He's here.
I was the first to spot him, I think.
Been a while. Lana did good. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, she really did do well.
Good, bud.
Hey,
good job. Holy, awesome, huh? Awesome. What'd you do? Just pull it up?
Yeah. They tell me I'm third so far.
Right on.
The Jeep Eagle Nationals are a great event for juniors and seniors as well. Gives us juniors an opportunity to compete against the world's best, which we have in alpine skiing right now. See where we compare, use them as a yardstick. Gives us an opportunity to score good points to qualify for the national team. Jeep Eagle does a wonderful job. They're an excellent sponsor. Every year it's been getting better. They've been drawing more attention, getting the country more hyped on skiing, and it's wonderful.
Lana has proven herself. She will no doubt return next year as a member of Canada's national alpine ski team.
Snack. They call them pizza pockets. Okay. Pizza pockets. The great pizza taste to keep you coming back. Okay. Pizza pockets.
Pizza perfection in a crust that's baked, not fried. So there's no leaks, no mess. Just taste. All taste and nothing but
McCain. Pizza pockets.
No leaks, no mess. Just pizza perfection.
Excuse me.
When hunger strikes, wolf down a Snickers, loaded with peanuts, caramel, nougat, and real milk chocolate. Snickers really satisfies. When your stomach growls, wolf one down.
The 5 days of the Jeep Eagle Junior Ski Games are nearing an end. The efforts of hundreds of athletes and volunteer organizers have been rewarded. Not everyone will go home with gold, but they will go home with the memories of new friends and new places. Like the Olympics, in 4 years, the Junior Ski Games will return. Most of the competitors here this year will have moved on. Some will have left skiing. Others will still be competing. Where Lana Mullen, Becky Scott, James Beach, Chris Koropesky, and Marie-Caroline Baudouin will be is unpredictable. Any one of them could find themselves on one of Canada's 5 national ski teams. These games give them the experience they need to continue with their sport. The future of these athletes and the 495 other athletes who competed with them in the Junior Ski Games is promising. This event helps propel each of them onto the winner's podium of international events.
Oh, nice and windy!
Events such as World Cups and Olympic Games. These games help young skiers from across the country reach the goal they have set for themselves, to become the best they can be.
Canada's Major League neighbors become major rivals as the Expos and the Blue Jays battle in Vancouver for Canadian bragging rights. TSN has your seat for the action today at 8 Eastern. Your network for baseball is always Real TV, TSN.